Thanks. Mr. Duff.
Hey, how you doing? Patrick Duff, formerly of Delran. I suggest that people never tell their address because politicians don't have to say their address under Daniel's law, so why do citizens have to say their address? So I would really like to just address the people of Delran that are going to listen to this. Election season is here. You have a chance to replace this mayor who has cost this township hundreds of thousands of dollars in lawsuits from his own personal actions. The Dunphy lawsuit cost the township $300,000 out of your budget, by the way. They didn't go through the insurance company. The solicitor was fired over that, actually fired over, allegedly, over the Carly Lloyd planning, right? Where a single party, one party, a 2-hour party, you spent $95,000 of taxpayer money. You got some donations, but you also gave a contract to your nephew for $5,950 to go events, and you never told anybody up here that your nephew owned that company. Now, that being said, you know, you were asked to resign by your own Democratic committee members or council members here, or give the money back. You agreed to give the money back, I'm told, and then when you showed up at the council meeting, you decided not to do that. You were going to not give the money back and stand on your 2 feet and put up a fight, and you did do that. You stayed. You have a hell of a the ability to stand there and take a punch. I'll give you that. But you shouldn't have to be punched so many times. You shouldn't have to trespass on citizens' property that you're trying to extort them out of their property, as you did in Dunphy. I mean, if you look at the line in the settlement or the resolution, RICO charges, not just racketeering, extortion. I mean, some serious charges were on there, some very serious charges. And what's interesting about that is you let Sal Siliciano go because of the Carly Lloyd celebration, because you said the planning of the celebration, he did it incorrectly. Now let's talk about this, Tyler, because I'm pretty upset with you. Your last couple Delran Night Out events, you spent over the $44,000 threshold on each event. Now, me and you met after the audit came in from Brown and Connery that said that what happened during the Carly Lloyd celebration was not lawful, that you split bids and that you should have put the event out for a single bid. Now, when we met, do you remember we met at the bowling alley in Cherry Hill, Tyler? You told me specifically, and you're going to tell me I'm a liar here or how we're going to work this out, because online you said this didn't happen. You told me very specifically that the entire event, all the services, had to be included in one and be bid on. But something you're saying is different about the Delran Night Out events than there were about the Carly Lloyd events. But the truth is, it's all the same services. It's all porta potties, it's the golf carts, it's all these different things. And you didn't put it out to a bid.
Yeah, that's fine. Mr. Duff, you're entitled to that opinion about how the bid structure should work.
My opinion, I'm asking you what you told me at the restaurant.
You know what I told you at the
restaurant.
Tell
me, say it now on the record.
I've consulted with our legal counsel multiple times who can provide a response. But what matters here is what's actually lawful or not. If you think something done was unlawful, file a complaint.
You know what the sad part is, though? Even if hold on, let me take my time. Even if you are found to be breaking these rules, you know what the penalty is, everybody? It's $100.
No one, Mr. Duff.
It's $100. So the real penalty should be this guy shouldn't be elected to county committee. This guy surely shouldn't be reelected to your mayor. And this guy, Lion Lynn Jenny, who lied about me and my posse getting 2 inches from his face and then saying that he needed a police escort because of me, this is your committee people. You're liars. I mean, Tyler, tell me what you said at the restaurant. Just say it. You said that all of the services had to be included in one. Isn't that correct?
Mr. Duff, I did, but life is not black and white, Mr. Duff.
You did, right?
I think it is.
But you did say it, correct?
You have said the same thing 99
Mr. Burrell, on Facebook, you said you didn't say that.
I never said that. So, all right. Mr. Duff,
you did.
I'll let you finish. You have 45 seconds. Finish, and then
I'll finish. So what's interesting is you guys go through solicitors like you go through underwear. You got Malamute Law now. Malamute is like the George Norcross of Burlington County. Adam, Joe Andel, and what's the other guy? Troy Singleton. they basically are the ones that run this county. They make things happen. So my recommendation is if you're a Delran resident, do not vote for Mayor Catrimbone. Do not vote for Lynn Jenny. And if you're a county resident, and it's not me, by the way, vote for Duff. There's a guy named John Duff running, not Mr. Burrell. And I'll say the clear reason why is because Mr. Burrell just lied directly to my face. And I don't think that's good.
Good.
See you, bud. Yeah, explain that.
So under local public contracting law, there's a requirement for aggregation. And my understanding, I obviously was not here at the time, but the Carly Lloyd event, there was an audit. I'm not sure if it was an audit finding or if it was an audit comment that said that some services under the Carly Lloyd event should have been aggregated and were not. And if I recall off the top of my head, specifically, it was the lights and sound and stage portions of it, which would have exceeded the bid threshold. That event was several years ago. There's been several Delran nights out that I believe, Mr. Duff, you've had the same complaint about. Those have been subject to audit, and there's been no audit finding. Your assertion that all services related to a single event need to be aggregated is incorrect. The aggregation is the like services. So, for example, audit services that were performed was the light and sound. There was also buses. There were also golf carts and porta potties. Those services are not like services that need to be combined. Some of them may be, but in looking at this, no, sir, your time is up. Please, sir, your time is up. Please sit down.
But you're disputing something that's
no, sir.
The law says that all services that can be aggregated. Sir.
It says can be aggregated.
Okay. All of those services can be aggregated.
All right.
Trying to refute what I'm saying.
So local public contracts law requires like services, and we'll agree to disagree on this, okay? But my experience and my interpretation of the law is that like services need to be aggregated. There have been no audit findings for Delran Night Out last year nor the year before, and the budgets are all comparable year over year. So while there may have been a finding, the township has corrected its actions. Corrective action plan was instituted pursuant to that audit finding, and those changes have been made. There is no infraction for the most recent Delran Night Out.
Can you clarify the difference between the Carly Lloyd Party and Delran Night Out? Anybody?
Can we hear any other public comments from anyone else who would wish to speak tonight? You have a good night. Any other public comments? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to close the floor.
I'll make a motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, the motion carries. Our floor is closed. The public comment. This time we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion. I'll second.